5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Over crest. Into 5 right. 13.6 crest. 3 right.
On 1 left. 60 right 4.
Past junction, 5 to 4.
And keep right of a jump.
The fascination with cars has been never present. If I was to believe my parents, then my first words in Estonian were auto, which means car in English. When I was a kid watching TV, I remember it really didn't even matter what kind of motorsports it was on. F1 was obviously the biggest thing at the time in the post-Soviet Estonia. We had like 3-4 TV channels, and one of them was showing F1 races live. By the turn of the millennia, we had our first driver in WRC in Marko Martin, and that obviously heightened the popularity of the series in Estonia. But I remember watching Eurosports, some GT series cars going around in laps. It didn't really matter. It was mostly just about the cars. It wasn't something specific. But with WRC there was always this heightened fascination of cars going in insane speeds down the forest lane. Definitely one thing that captivated the child's mind was the jumps. I guess that what was the drawing factor to WRC really. Cars flying through the air, numerous meters, landing on the wheels and just keep going, you know. I remember watching A-Team or Knight Rider, cars were jumping there too, but even being a little human being, you understood that it's not real. But with WRC, you know, that was actually happening. You know, people were jumping cars on insane speeds. WRC also on every surface possible, tarmac, snow, gravel, huge gravel rocks in Acropolis Rally. These cars could do it all, and I guess that's just what stuck with you as a child. When growing up, you develop this slight understanding of the technology behind it, and my first love was the original Quattro, the S1 Group B, the sound of the straight 5. Since I started understanding that cars sound different, the sound of the straight 5, it's just with me all the time. I just can't get it off my mind. If I think about it, I can instantly have it going on in my head. The 5-pot going on full blast down the Finnish forest roads. It's just etched into my mind. When I was already a really wee lad, I got into computers. I was like 5 years old. When I first got into computer games around 1995, then the graphics were really rudimentary, and these didn't depict really well even to a child what was going on in real life. So I wasn't drawn into them from day one, but around year 2000 to 2005, when Colin McRae was still driving in the WRC was becoming popular in Estonia. The cherry on the top were the racing games. I have this story. I was about 10 years old. I went to visit my godfather for Christmas, and he had a son who's a bit older than me, about 5 years, and on his computer there was FIFA 2000 and Colin McRae Rally 1. I guess we were there for like I think 3 days. There was nothing that could draw me away from that computer. I just still remember it, like trying out different cars in Colin McRae Rally. I really loved the the Ford. I love the disc wheels that the Ford WRC car at the time had, the Escort, and just trying out various cars in the game. I think out of like 45 hours awake of those 3 days, I guess I was on the computer maybe 35. I remember sitting upstairs and just having a blast playing Colin McRae Rally. With the inherent funness of cars and the influences of media, the TV and the games, these cars just stuck with me. Now, 20 years later, it's the same kid sitting behind the wheel of one of his own. Life really is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, but I guess this was coming all this time, and this is just the logical conclusion. I used the word attainable, and now I would like to use another very British word, tenable. This car is very tenable. Let me demonstrate. It has 4 doors. It has a boot. It has an engine with a decently sized turbo. And it has a configurable, fully lockable 4-wheel drive. Subaru is the most attainable option out of every that I can think of. What options do we even have? We have the Evos. Let's say everything from Evo 7 up is similar to this car. These are all about twice the price now. I don't know why. Apparently Evos are more driver friendly. Oops. From brand new cars we have the WRX STI. Apparently it's a superb machine, but 3 cylinders? I mean, even 4 cylinder is kind of modest. I won't be commenting anything here because I'm not a driver man enough to comment on this topic anyway. It's a terrific car, the GR Yaris. From there on up, I got the Nissan GTR R35. That's my dream car, period. There's no, oh, but I would like to get a Bugatti Veyron or something. No, R35 GTR is my dream car, period. But even that is about 4 times the price of this car. So either I need 500,000 subscribers now, then I might get it eventually in a few months, or I gotta wait until I'm richer than I am now. And from there, when I was a teeny tiny lad, I had a Ferrari F40 Burago model. I would like to have an F40, but I'm about 3 million subscribers short, or 2 million, so if anyone wants to see me having a F40, start hitting that subscribe button now. So there's that. That's why I'm sitting here in my attainable people's supercar. It has the performance in the straight line to get you into trouble, and it definitely has the performance in the corners on any surface. I mean, I'm not a driver enough to take the max out of this car, this very car that I'm sitting in. I'm always trying to get my seat time in as much as my bank account allows, but I'm nowhere near to maxing the potential of this car. So taking my fiscal and my driving capabilities into account, I think this is a good match for the moment. At least until my bank account can move a bit more weight, we are kind of meant for each other, me and this STI here. The last aspect I wanted to touch is the performance, and I wanted to provide some footage for it. But first of all, I live in the capital, so there's no actual space for me to do flamboyant driving moves. Second of all, I'm a bit too old to start pulling stunts at a local supermarket's parking lot. And third of all, I'm not yet a good driver enough to do it. I mean, I would be happy to practice, but you take into account the first 2 aspects and, you know, it's kind of tough. And last of all, I don't think the head gasket situation on this particular car is at its finest at the moment. I'm stuck in providing you with previous footage of a recorded hit it. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna send it. That's what I'm gonna do. Bad for Belenoine! Lifted there. Oh shit! Whew! Jesus Christ, I missed the brakes. With that previous, I think everything that's to say at the moment has been said, so whoever was watching this far, thank you for watching. Always critique about how I could improve my video is welcome. And yeah, I'm cruising home now. Try to buy some coolant, maybe try to bleed the cooling system, and yeah, drive you later. Peace. It's cooled down now, but it was boiling a second ago, so last summer I had an overheating issue, and then I didn't drive the car for 9 months, and then now I've driven it a couple of times. It's been fine, but today Mr. Head Gasket, I think, reared his ugly head again. The fans are spinning, and yeah, you can see the residue from some spillage, so you can see it clearly there. I may just have a leak somewhere, and that may cause the problem, but who knows. I'm gonna walk to the store for a kilometer or so, get some refreshments and walk back, and then I'm gonna roadside bleed the cooling system. It's either blown head gaskets or this overflow tank has been leaking long enough that I'm just short on coolant. So, roadside coolant bleeding, coolant system bleeding process commence. I think I'm fucked. Look at this coolant here. And the car is overheating and it's on full blast. Yeah, not good.